WWE 2K20 was going to hit it out of the park with the latest DLC with the SouthPaw Regional Wrestling. This was the most hyped DLC for the originals content that was going to be packed into it. But unfortunately, it was a big flop. And I believe most of the DLC in the WWE 2K20 original stuff has been a flop. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, so we got that DLC, and you're probably wondering, why haven't I made a video on it? Well, I was waiting for this video to actually speak my mind about the 2K Originals DLC. Now, when I heard the Originals DLC, I was actually kind of hyped for it. I was like, okay, we can get this unique stuff, some unlockables, some cool stories. We can get like locked into this little story mode of this cool stuff. But it doesn't play out like that. SouthPaw Regional Wrestling should have been a slam dunk for 2K. They already had the license for the SouthPaw Regional Wrestling. All you had to do was take all those characters, Chad Dubad, Tex Ferguson, Lance Chatamaran, or whatever you call him, the John Cena character. Just put all of those characters from that in that SouthPaw Regional Wrestling and make it exactly like that show was. What you should have done was you should have actually had Cena Fandango talking in front of that little backdrop that they had at the original video that they put up with the SouthPaw Regional Wrestling, and like literally just recreate that and have that atmosphere where they're telling the story and then it goes to the game and you play it out. That's the big issue here. The issue is that it was a no-brainer. It was simple. It was easy. You don't even put Chad Dubad or Tex Ferguson, two of the most wanted playable people for this game. Those were the ones that everybody wanted. But instead, WWE 2K decided to give us something a little bit different. And what they gave us was a blatant Glow ripoff. That's not what we wanted. We didn't want a Glow ripoff. We wanted a SouthPaw Regional Wrestling. We just wanted that. If you wanted to go for like a Glow type DLC, call it anything other than SouthPaw Regional Wrestling. To me, what I'm getting from this WWE 2K is that they just wanted to get it done. They don't even care. They're like, okay, we're going to push this out. This is what we're delivering. We're not even going to try. We're just going to put it all out there. Yes, the arena is cool. The backstage arena is cool as well. But the major issue is that this is not SouthPaw Regional Wrestling. It is a throwback to the 80s. It is anything that you want to call it, right? You could literally call it anything, but don't call it SouthPaw Regional Wrestling when it isn't SouthPaw Regional Wrestling. And I think that's the biggest misconception here with this DLC. And it goes back to the other one where you had the nightmare stuff and then you have the futuristic stuff. You know, the one, I didn't even play the Wasteland one. I didn't even play the Wasteland one because it wasn't cool. They promised us this really cool Hell in a Cell thing and they didn't deliver on that. The characters were just meh. They give us some Pilgrim Rusev, which was meh. They give us, you know, just some of those things that are just like, why? Why are you doing it this way? And I've only come up to one conclusion. It's just because they just don't care. Or they do care and they just want to move on. They kind of want to wipe their hands clean from this game. I think that's really what they want to do. Looking at it like this is they're like, all right, this project sucks. We lost money. 2K's mad at us. WWE's mad at us. Let's just get this one out of the way. Move on to 2K21 and try and deliver the best that we can. That's what I'm thinking here because 2K20... the patches, they haven't fixed all the patches. They haven't fixed a lot of the issues with the game. The game, to me, is just one of those games where like I think about playing it and then I'm like, yeah, I don't want to actually play it. I just don't. Like, I don't even want to play it. Like, I used to do this gimmick on stream where people could send $5 in or donate bits, you know, like 500 bits. And then I would play a match with them. And I said, I literally hate 2K20 so much that I don't even want you to donate for me to play against you guys. That's literally how much I don't want to play 2K20, and it sucks. The thing with the DLC, again, I don't think going in the future they are capable of doing an Originals DLC the way that they did. A lot of people that are in the community are looking at us, the creators that went out there, like me, Pulse, Dank, Brandon does everything, the Vibe House, you know, the NL guys, like all of us that were out there checking it out and saying, okay, you guys are the voice for us. What do you want in the game? And then we said, we'll make it more fun, right? We want fun. That was the giant pitch that we wanted with the game, was fun. And then we heard from Jinx, we listen to you. We're going to make this game fun. That's our number one goal here, is to make the games fun. That is not the case. The case of it being fun, that is not the case. When we wanted this fun Originals content, I thought it was a no-brainer. I thought it was like, you're going to hit a home run off of this. It's so easy. You have SouthPaw Regional Wrestling. just recreate some of the stuff, because there was like no wrestling in that, right? So all of it was like the backstage fun promo stuff. Have the wrestlers recreate those characters for the video game, and then you could even just have the videos, right? I would love to see more videos of the SouthPaw regional wrestling stuff, and then just do the matches or whatever. Like, you know, they cut a promo, they have a hype thing, and then they get in the ring, they have the match. Like, that would be fine with me. Like, to me, I'm just disconnected from this DLC, and that's the biggest issue I have with all of this DLC, is I am disconnected. What I was hoping with this DLC was I was going to get involved, and I was going to get like engrossed and ingrained into this atmosphere, this thing that was going to take me away from what WWE is, right? This is going to be something where it's like, okay, we have something spooky here. We have something from the Wasteland. We have something from the future. We have something from SouthPaw Regional Wrestling. It's like, what I wanted was, I wanted to get engrossed into this, where it was like, once I boot it up, I get this story told to me, and I'm into it. And there's cutscenes, and there's action, and it's similar to like a Road to WrestleMania, but it's just based off of these characters. It might be a shorter version of a Road to WrestleMania from the old SVR days, but it's something that's how the original should have been treated. It should have been treated like a Road to WrestleMania, where it's like, okay, you have to go through these stories and do this. Instead, we have these lame cutscenes that aren't even cutscenes, because there's text on the screen and there's a character, and then everyone has the New Day talking at the beginning, and it's like, all right, the New Day's cool, but do we need that? Do we really need that? No. I mean, the Halloween one was okay. That one's passable, I guess, but the rest were like, nah, why? So I think that's the biggest issue here, is that disconnect that we have here is like, I wanted it to be a mini Road to WrestleMania story, where you play like from one chapter to the next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter, and then it's over. And there's a big story told with cutscenes from in the game, or, you know, with the SouthPaw Regional Wrestling, you could have the promos from the wrestlers. And it just doesn't feel like that. When I look at it on the surface, when I actually get in and play it, and I see the SouthPaw Regional Wrestling stuff, it's just Glow. I just see Glow. That's all I see. Is I see, oh, Lana, it's a Glow ripoff. That's all it is. Glow's popular on Netflix, so let's cater the least common denominator right there. I don't know what were they going to try and get, like, no one's gonna buy this saying, I watch Glow on Netflix, but I don't really like WWE, but I see this DLC, so I think I'm going to get it just so I can play that. Nobody does that. That's not a thing that is happening. There might be like one person literally that says, oh, that looks kind of like Glow, so let's get that. I didn't think that was a good idea. So you should have catered to the hardcore, because that's the people that are going to play this DLC, and you didn't get it right, and you screwed it up, and that's the issue. If you're going to redo this 2K, this is my plea to you. Make it a mini Road to WrestleMania story from SVR days. SVR 2010, 11, whatever. Just make it like that, where you're going from one chapter to the next. There's in-game cutscenes, not text on the screen and that. And if you're not going to do that, and if you're not going to make it what it's supposed to be, why even bother? That's literally what I say. If you're not going to make it correctly, why even bother doing it in the first place? That's what I say. I want to have a high quality of standard for this game. I feel like you need to have a high quality of standard, because right now there's been a very low quality of standard for this entire game. Not just the original stuff, but the entire game. And I think that's just a major issue that needs to be taken care of. And again, going into 2K21, I don't know what kind of DLC that you guys are going to be doing, but I know that everyone's saying, why couldn't we just get Future Stars? Why couldn't we just get the Legends packs? Like, people just wanted the wrestlers, the moves, and that. Like, that's not something that I think I've ever seen people really complain about. I don't think there's people that are like, oh yeah, that's great. I mean, some people love it, the Legend stuff, the DLC, the Future Stars pack. Some of the people love that stuff, but I never really see people saying, I'm disappointed with this DLC, because we're not, because we get new characters, we get new moves, we get new stuff, and that's all we really wanted. So that model could still work in 2K21, which I think you should go back to, because obviously the original stuff you couldn't get correct. So I think you just need to scrap that, wipe it, pretend it never happened, move on, do something else. Because if you're going to do original stuff, you got to do it right. You got to do in-game cutscenes. You got to have a great story. You got to get people that are feel like you're in a virtual world different from the other game, because that's what it is. Hey, this is originals. You're gonna get something a little bit different. The future, the wasteland, the Southpaw, and then the Halloween. That's a little bit different. So make it better than what it was. I don't know, guys. I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. If you guys do, let me know. Do you actually enjoy this? I mean, there might be people out there that actually do enjoy this. I don't know. I feel like from everything that I've seen online, yeah, there was a few good parts in the Southpaw stuff, but mostly it wasn't really Southpaw. It was just, yeah, I guess. Why? So, let me know in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. As always, I'm TonyPizzaGuy. We will see you in another video.